Donald Trump spokesman says Jack Smith that is unstable. Jack Smith a full Mary. The wild transition was caught. The special consultant decided appeal problem immunity to the high directly from prosecution of Trump, and thus skipped a court appeal that could lead months. Genocide expresses university chefs and students uber-liberal and non-contact look. The wild transition was caught. The Supreme Court agreed to take the case within Monday hours. What is like a football game is like a football game. They are trying to drag up. While legal references are working on both sides, Smith undoubtedly thought that the case would ultimately result in Scotus. Then why don't you go to break? However, accelerated decision of the court will not necessarily be on way to Smith. Once the Supreme Court does not want to judge controversial issues on compulsory matters. Thus, Justice may say that they have sent back to appeal court for the decision before dealing with. Article. Atlantic. Best newspapers. Msnbc launch campaign against the second Trump period at same time. Although 3 of the 63 conservative members of conservative majority were appointed, they have not been there lately. As Washington Post stated last year, court rejected request prevent release of some of Trump's White House records to Parliamentary Committee on January 6, 2021. He also rejected an effort prevent a Congress committee from examining tax returns. D.C. Judge Tanya Chutkin his case decided in favor of Smith. The January 6 case. Trump asked the prosecutor's aggressive Scotus movement. It is unusual for government ask the court to disrupt judicial process and do it quickly. Smith said. This is true, leaving the word fake aside, so the case has deep political importance. In January 6 case, Smith may not be a slide dunk before election, which may openly damage chances of Republican pioneers. If Trump can delay case until after the election and have a good shot to win White House, he could order his lawyer to quit both federal cases. Therefore, while each side blames other non-pure motives, this is a potentially dangerous power struggle of the presidency. Meanwhile, in the classic Trump style, Sean says that will be a dictator to Hannity. But when he says just the first day, jokes to Howie's media Buzzmeter podcast. A riff in the hottest stories of the day. What former president did last week at Iowa Town Hall was to say something he knew he would make media brutal and to rule news cycle for days. Now, after a week, after reaching your goal, just joking. And he plays this story for 1 or 2 cycles.